Hello guys, and welcome back to San Marino with SS Cosmos for Minnows to Kings, episode number 49, where today we are going to be having a end of season review. Things since you last with us, obviously we finished the league. We did, as you can see, we did win the league, and we beat Pennarossa 1-0 in the final. It was a very interesting game. Pennarossa had 4 players sent off. 4 players. We still only managed to win 1-0 though. I'm guessing it's to do with this. It doesn't like big matches, which a few of our players seem to actually have. We also won the cup final. If we just move this around, we won the cup final again after extra time. Jules Meyer with both goals, which again I'm going to put down to the players don't like big matches. I'm assuming the finals of the competitions they still really see as big matches. We did, however, have another draw in the league. We drew 0-0 with Domig Nano, which actually meant that we ended the season again, disappointingly, on 80 points. Goals for 109, goals against 8. We're getting closer to that, not conceding any goals in the season, but we're not quite there yet. We've had the end of season review, so we'll go and have a look at that and then go from there. Okay guys, so here we are, end of season review. You can see it again, both cup and league. Let's get into it. Let's get into the new arrivals. Signing of the season was Giacomo Caruso, according to this. Obviously the goalkeeper we brought in from Atalanta. Very, very good. Big improvement on what we did have previously. Axel Benoit, the left wing back who we brought in, played 20 games for us with a 7.51 average rating. Again, a big improvement on the players we had, but he's another one who doesn't feel comfortable playing big matches. Eric Seri, or Skerry, the Maltese Australian centre mid who we brought in from Canberra United Academy. Again, not too bad. We are training him to be a box-to-box midfielder on support, and we have actually been playing him alongside Cooper Mazes in the middle of the park. He is improving. Again, like I've said a few times before, my recording widget is right in this top corner where the drop down box is that I need to press to view his overall attribute improvement. I need to have a look into moving that widget. Thibaut Nave didn't really feature much for us. If we just have a look at his season stats, he only played a total of 8 games. But still came out with a 7.09 rating. Again, he's not too bad of a player. He is a fringe player though for us. Michael Ntube, again, only played 19 games for us, the centre half. Again, not too bad. Obviously, because of the rules in San Marino though, we do have to play with a San Marise player, a couple of them. So we've sacrificed Ntube to bring Brizzy in so we can play Brizzy. But 19 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, 7.34 average rating. Again, not too bad. Jules Meyer, the player we have in on loan, who is also signing for us permanently. Again, dreads playing in big matches, which is very, very disappointing. Finished the season as the top scorer though. Played 40 games, 33 assists, 33 goals rather, 13 assists with a 7.81 overall average rating. It's been very, very good for us in the latter half of the season. Yanis Carey, again, a rotational player in the centre of midfield. We originally started training him as a defensive midfielder, deep line playmaker. If you look at his attributes for that position, he's very, very good. But again, 27 games played, 4 goals and 6 assists with a 7.02 average rating. Not the greatest, but I think that was actually dragged down by his international and Euro Cup too. He didn't play very well in the Conference League for us. Ofri Mbina, another one who does not enjoy big matches, but again in San Marino had an exceptional season. 16 games started, 7 from the bench with 18 goals and 7 assists and a 7.55 in San Marino. Again, another one who was slightly disappointing in Europe for us. Luca Norito, who we actually brought in as the deep line playmaker. Another one doesn't enjoy big matches. It seems to be my issue there with the scouting. But overall, he played 30 games for us with 3 from the bench, with 1 goal and 3 assists. Obviously, as a deep line playmaker, in the defensive midfield position, you don't really have massive, stat-wise like goals and assists. But if you look at his pass completion percentage, is 95%. He also did okay defensively. Yeah, did okay. Christian Marietta, who was the starting goalkeeper at the start of the season, he's just signed a new contract to actually be the backup for us, but he had a very, very good season between the sticks for us, all across the board. Only conceded 6 goals in the league, yes, only in 13 games, but he did keep 9 clean sheets. It wasn't too bad, but is now the backup goalkeeper. Federico Brignani, another one who was a fringe player. He's not too bad. He played a handful of games for his okay rating. And then finally it's Merouin El Hemiri, another one who dreads big matches, unfortunately, but again had a very, very good season. European wise, he was shocking for us. He was absolutely shocking in Europe. But in terms of San Marino, 16 games in the league with 14 goals and 10 assists. And in the cup, he was the outstanding player with an 8.66 rating in the cup. 4 games played with 9 goals scored. So those are the new signings. In terms of transfers out, we have lost a few players. Samuel Pencotti, I believe he left a couple of seasons ago now. It might have been at the start of this season. But you can see he plays for Penarrosa now, of course, the runners-up. Tyler Evans, I'm sure Tyler Evans left a while ago, a couple of seasons ago. But he's now playing for Red Star in France. Flavio Capelli went to Bra, who Italian Serie C side. Luca Tonazzi, we did sell. The board weren't very happy about the Luca Tonazzi sale, probably because it's only 2k. I'm just not in the position yet where I can actually bring in any funds for players. Davide Cristofaro left again to go to Italy. Played 14 games, scored 2 goals with a 6.59 average rating, so not the greatest player. Alex Brand, the young Romanian defender, also not the greatest. You can see that the board weren't happy. The field club have got a higher transfer fee. Yes, but I sort of just wanted his wages off the books. In terms of loans out, Kevin Rossi had a very successful spell in France with 22 appearances, 3 goals and 4 assists with a 7.22 average rating. I believe his contract is actually expiring. It is expiring this season, and I don't think we're going to renew it, to be honest. Kevin Rossi he's the past, really. He didn't feature for us this season. He played 1 game, but he's been excellent for the club in the 3 seasons that we had him before that. But he is going to be leaving. We've also Christian Orselli, also went out on loan. He went to Austria, Germany. The German lower divisions. Germans at lower divisions. I believe his contract runs till next year. We may look to bring a fee in for him, but again, he was a peripheral figure in the squad. In terms of the season results, San Marino League, final position first. Average home attendance of 500. We've sold out every single game. Top goal scorers, Cooper Mazis and Jules Meyer, both finished on 25 goals, a B+ from the board. You're aware of the fixtures. We do need to get this stadium bought though and expanded. Champions League, not the best. We were knocked out in, what round did we get to? The 3rd qualifying round, 2nd qualifying round maybe. I can't remember. But a B- from the board, not too bad. Minusco Cataranella, 3 goals in the competition. Again, we sold out every game. UEFA League, we only went in 1 round. Memorable win against the Danish club Midtjylland there, but of course we went to Denmark and lost 4-0. Euro Cup 2 though was very, very promising. Expected to be competitive. We reached the first knockout round. We made it through the group stage. Again, we sold out the stadium, but only a B from the board though. Of course, eventually going out to Atalanta. I don't know why this is as a loss, because we actually won this game against Atalanta. We won 3-2, as you can see. Obviously, that's a little bit of a bug there. But yes, we did very, very well. Obviously, we beat Lech Poznan, we beat Bodo Glimt twice, which was fantastic. AC Milan, we were never going to beat AC. In terms of the San Marino Cup, again, champions for that. El Hamiri, top scorer, and we sold out every game. A moment to remember was the 8-0 win against Fiorentino. Match to remember, the Euro Cup 2 qualifying against Linfield. Not quite sure why that's the match to remember. And goal of the season was Cooper Mazes, a top quality strike from Gilavardi, a left midfielder. Mazes as he scores a place shot from 30 yards. Financially, not too bad. No new sponsorships this year, which is fine. We had slightly more sponsorship income. In terms of broadcast revenue, that's down quite a long way. Corporate hospitality is up. Competition prize money, massive, 1.5 million more than last season. Matchdale, commercial and retail, again up from last season. Merchandise sales, again 5.76k. It's not massive amounts of money for us now. We sold 98 shirts, with Cooper Mazes being the top seller. And how we lined up for the season, I would pretty much agree, except I would maybe swap Caradonna with Ravelli at right fullback. Brizzi played very, very well. Of course, Luca Brizzi still developing very well. He is 20 now. He's got 16 caps for San Marino, but he has had another fantastic season for us, a 7.43 in terms of his development. I can change this one. You can see just all the greens. Pace has gone up by 5, acceleration up by 3. So he's picked up some speed. Anticipation's gone up. He's looking like an okay defender for this level. The young San Marino player. Carey, Mazes, Meyer, Tomasoni and El Hamiri. Again, I would agree. Tomasoni ended up with 22 goals this season, which was awesome. In terms of the accolades, we have broken a few records. Player awards as well. I got the manager of the season, but that is for last season. It doesn't actually award that until next season. But you can see that I have won it the last 3 years in a row. Fans player of the season was Jules Meyer. Young player of the season, Cooper Mazes. Signing of the season, Caruso. Goal of the season, Mazes, we have already gone over. Jules Meyer ended up as the top scorer altogether with 33 goals, and El Hamiri with 43 assists. Most player of the match awards was Jules Meyer again. Highest average rating, Jules Meyer, and most passes completed per 90 minutes was Thibaut Nave. I'm guessing that's going to be inflated because he didn't play as many games as the others. Most goals by player in a match, again Jules Meyer had a fantastic season, 5 goals in a match. Most goals by players in a league match, he did that in the league. So a couple of records here. Most player of the matches awarded in the season was 10. Most league goals by a player, 61. Kevin Rossi still holding that record. And highest transfer fee paid, we paid £57,000 for Giacomo Caruso. But history in the making again. It was a superb season for Gilavardi as they claimed their 4th successive title and back up their pre-season credentials. Very, very good. If we just clear this, we have had a little bit of news. Stadium plans have been shelved again. Apparently we haven't got enough money, so I'm not entirely sure how much it's actually going to cost us. Incidentally, we were under another takeover. I think we've had about 10 now, to be fair. But again, it's being quashed. Estimated value of the club's gone up to 21.5 million, with a bank balance of 5.5 million. Training facilities and average youth facilities did upgrade again. Obviously, I'm still looking to improve these massively. We need to progress further in the Champions League if we really want some big money coming in. I was allowed to increase the number of coaches, so we've brought in Kyle Kirby, who's okay for considering what we started with. The initial budgets though, we've got a 35k per week wage budget and a transfer budget of 3.28 million. If we just have a look at this season's wage budget, it was actually lower than that. It was about 9,000, but I adjusted the budgets, made it up to that. So we've got now a massive wage budget which we can play with. We can obviously, once the season does tick over, we can bring some better players again. And I do believe, because we don't actually have to go through the preliminaries for the European competitions this time, that we'll be able to actually register some of them. You can see here we're up to 45th. Obviously this hasn't changed yet. This will change again when the season ticks over, which I will come back for. But we are 45th in terms of qualification places in Europe, which gives us one qualifying round as opposed to preliminaries, which is what we had before. In terms of the club coefficients, I believe we were 250 57th, 231st. But again, we've had an excellent season this season in the competition, and that's put us up to 20.5. Which, you have a look at all the teams around us, that we have to go up a long way before we're anywhere near. The next one is Osijek in Croatia, 29. But again, we're still climbing here. We're up Sampdoria levels basically. Torino, Udinese. So you know, we're growing massively. We will be able to bring in a lot more new players going forward. Anyway, I am going to click forward. I'm going to keep going through until maybe we tick over to the next season. We see our competition rankings, our personal club rankings, and we'll go from there. And then we'll end the episode. We'll have a talk about what we hope to achieve next season, and then we'll get into next season in the next episode. Hi guys, I finally got here. We're up to the 15th of June. I've been clicking forward for a long time. San Marino League has moved up 14 places to 145th in the world, which is great. We were 172nd a little while ago, 145th now. We're now on par with the Ukrainian Amateur League and the Polish Third Division, but it's still growth. Cosmos have moved up 125 places to 106th position in the European club rankings, which is absolutely fantastic. 106th best ranked team in Europe according to the coefficients, which is great. And if you just have a look here, our coefficients are still higher than some of the teams above us. We're still higher than Antwerp, Lille, Sheriff Tiraspol. Of course, we know Sheriff Tiraspol. But we are now above teams like Sampdoria, Antwerp. Sorry, not Antwerp. We're not above them, are we? Torino, Udinese, Espanyol, Malaga, Valencia. We're above Valencia. What this means is Astana. We're close to Astana. Swansea. We're getting into sort of decent English teams here. We should be able to track some much better players, which is absolutely fantastic. Homegrown players, obviously, that's something I need to work on. We're bringing in a couple of scouts as we look at it. The season hasn't quite ticked over yet, so we don't know who we're drawn against or anything like that in the competition. But now that the rankings are there, we've improved our rep. We've got some players. We've got shopping to do basically. I've got 3.3 million burning a hole in my pocket with 22k wage available. So we are going to be looking to bring in some players. One I was looking at is this young man here, 22 years old, Mathurin. He's on loan from Tottenham, playing at Crawley. You know, that's Sky Bet League One. That's similar level to where we are actually at as a club. Unfortunately, he doesn't play in a position that we use, so it may be a case of we have to train him. But I am going to go and do the off season. Sean Longstaff, 28 years old, maybe a little bit too old for what we want. Yes, I've got some money to spend. I'm going to go away and do that now before the season starts. Obviously, the Champions League qualifiers. That is going to be the next episode, which is episode 50. So we might do a little bit of a transfer special in episode 50, and then get into it from there. But as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the journey that we've got going on here in San Marino. We are slowly building this nation. In terms of progress, I'd like to go a little bit faster than what we are, but at the same time, we can't really rush it. We're doing well. You know, we're European regulars. We're doing quite well in Europe. We're growing the league. We're growing the league rep. We're growing the club rep. And by that token, we're growing the nation's rep. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Please hit that like button, helps me out massively. If you do like what you've seen, please subscribe to keep up to date with any future content. As always, I've been Dean, and I'll catch you all next time.